those things. Don't go number 2 in the bathroom at school. How do you deal with bullies or mean kids?
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jaya, and today we're gonna be doing advice and tips for middle schoolers as an upcoming freshman. So let's get into it, I guess. Okay, so first we're gonna start off with the basics.
Hygiene.
For hygiene, you guys do not want to be coming into school stinking. Make sure you have deodorant that lasts and that smells good, and perfume, of course. Spray perfume. Bring perfume with you. All right, so I'm gonna tell you what needs to be in an emergency pouch for like freshening up for the whole day. So bring lotion, you're gonna need it, whatever the deal is. Deodorant, you don't want to be stinking, especially if you have gym, because gym will make you stink. If you're doing something, you're gonna sweat. The human inside of the gym, I don't know how big your gym is, but you're always gonna end up stinking. So after, you want to make sure you have deodorant with you and perfume to freshen up. And just because you're outside, you're always gonna smell like outside if you're outside, no matter where you are, unless you're inside. Deodorant, of course, like a all travel size, perfume, and lotion, because I cannot tell you how many times I needed lotion in school. And also another thing about stinking, having body odors, and make sure you wash up at home, make sure you brush your teeth, make sure you take care of your skin, your hair, your face, your body, everything. Because nobody wants to go up to a person, be friends with a person, or talk to a person that has stinky breath, or that has a body odor, or that stinks. Nobody wants to be around you if you are any of those things. Also bring, I forgot to say this, baby wipes. Baby wipes, I feel like they're good because the freaking air in school, you know how people talk about school air? Yeah, you might want to use some wipes, wipe off that, so you always looking good. Unless you wear makeup, don't wipe off your makeup, girl. Don't wipe it off. And make sure to bring stuff to like refreshen up your face. Like maybe bring some mascara if you put some on earlier that day, you feel like you need more. Maybe an eyelash curler, that would be good. Like a little makeup kit to refreshing your face because that school air got to you. Make sure to bring gum. I feel like that's a necessity for school. Pack gum in your emergency kit, in your book bag in general. Pack gum. You're gonna need it. Don't be giving it out to everybody, and don't give it to one person and expect it to not be gone by the end of the week or by the end of the day, because people will find out that you got gum and they're gonna be like, oh, can I have some? And you're like, sure. And then a whole crowd is surrounding you. Everybody wants gum. They're always gonna want gum. If I give it to you, promise you won't tell nobody, you know? If I give it to you, promise you won't tell. Yeah, because it ain't nobody business. Don't be out here telling people I got gum. Or shoot, if they do decide to snitch, make sure you don't give them no gum again. And also, don't let nobody feel comfortable enough to walk all over you, or to the point where they can go dig in your bag and get their gum yourself. If somebody feels that comfortable enough to do that, that means that you're inviting them, your spirit is inviting them to do that. So you can easily make your spirit not want to. You can seem a type of way. You seem like this, and then you act like this, and you act your part, then people are going to treat you exactly how you want to be treated. So make sure you don't let nobody walk all over you. Oh, like one more thing for hygiene, I think. Don't go number 2 in the bathroom at school. It's just disgusting. Especially, like, you don't want to get caught doing a number 2. There's a lot of confessional pages in middle school and stuff like that. And next thing you doing number 2 in the bathroom. Next thing you know, you on a confessional page. Somebody took a picture of you on top of the stuff. People really be doing stuff like that. I'm trying to tell you, I'm so serious. Like, people really be doing stuff like that. Or they be like, oh, I heard she was doing number 2 in the girls' bathroom, and I went in there and it was stinking, da 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 da. And just don't. Not even for that. Like, not even for the confessional. Just don't. Like, it's just so disgusting. Poop at home. Do number 2 at home. You can hold it in, and if you can't, just go. I'm saying this for all grades, but mostly 6th grade because it's the first year you're in middle school. Definitely
sign up for sports and clubs.
That will definitely do something for you. It's just really important to do all of those stuff. Make sure you're interacting with everything your school's offering for you, because they're offering They're offering it to you for a reason, so make sure you interact with them and don't take advantage of them. If there's, like, say for instance, you've been doing cheer your whole life and you know you like volleyball, try out for volleyball, because you can probably do both. But the thing is, if you know you like volleyball, then why are you not doing it? You can try and see, because maybe cheer wasn't right for you, or maybe you like both and you can do both in high school, because in high school you're just not gonna cut it. If you want to do volleyball in high school, it's probably gonna most likely be too late, and they're not gonna let you, because high school is way more serious than middle school and elementary school is. So if you want to do something, do it in middle school before it's too late, because if you try to do it in high school, you're going to try out, you're not going to make the team, because you have no practice and anything relevant to that. See what you like, mess around. You may have never thought that you would like this club. Just try it. It's not going to hurt if you try. Just try. Number 2 is
friendships and relationships.
When you're meeting new friends, I feel like first you should observe who you're around and see how they are, and then once you feel like you've observed enough, then you can move accordingly, because you don't want to get your feelings hurt. You don't want to be friends with somebody that's just not in your genre. If you know that you're this nice, kind person who has her life set up exactly how she wants it to be, and then you're being friends with somebody who is the total opposite of you, mean, or that's inconsiderate, or just ungenuine, unfriendly, and does not have her goals set for life in general, then whatever bad path she's going down, she's gonna bring you down right with her. So don't be friends with that. That's not a good influence on you, especially for girls who are easily peer pressured, and we're gonna get into that later on in the video. So for the most part, what I'm saying is just be friends with girls who are like have their goals set in life, know what they're going to do, and are kind and just are genuine, and you actually bond with them and don't have you, like, aren't influencing you to do bad things. I feel like a lot of girls in middle school have secret animosity, so which is why I said at first, like, you need to observe and read the room before you walk in it, before you take action, and move accordingly to that. And whatever you don't want to be around, you don't have to be around it. Even if they're in your class, you don't have to be around them specifically. You can move anywhere. You can tell your teacher, oh, I'm not comfortable sitting by them. You don't have to sit by them. You can politely and respectfully get up, and you don't even have to say anything. A lot of girls have secret animosity, mostly because of boys and because of friends telling them, or people telling them this, basically rumors. So my opinion on rumors is don't listen to no rumors. If you hear something about you or about somebody, something that somebody said about you, go ask them first and see if that actually happened. Don't go off of a rumor or what somebody else told you, because most of the time they're lying and they're just instigating. They want to see something happen. Don't listen to anyone. Just ignore them and go confront whoever they said that about yourself and see if it's true before you decide to take actions into your own hands.
That's another thing, boys.
Don't worry about them. Focus on your schoolwork. They're not important, especially not in 6th grade or middle school. You should not be dating. It's just really not good for your mental health. And I feel like they're toxic. You just don't need to be around boys in middle school. Like if you have a crush, you have a crush. It's normal, but don't make your world revolve around one boy, because most likely the relationship is not going to last forever. You're going to be done after a week, or once middle school is over, or the next grade. It's not going to last forever. You're in middle school. Trust me, there's plenty more fish in the sea. Don't fall out with a friend over no boy, unless you're doing too much, and then it becomes not even over a boy no more. Girl, you're just doing too much. You're obsessed with boys. You're trying to do all of this over a boy, and I'm supposed to be your friend. Then they're doing too much. You shouldn't be around them. Fall back immediately. Fall out with a friend, don't be heartbroken over it. I know sometimes, depending on how the fallout happens, it's gonna be sad, or if it's a friend group fallout and you're the only one that lost and they're gaining, I know how sad and draining and dreadful that can be, but just keep your head held high and just be like, I don't care if y'all don't like me. The beef is one-sided. You don't got beef with nobody. The beef is not there. Y'all are beefing with yourselves. Y'all are immature. Just don't worry about them because they're just looking for problems, and that's not what you're going to give to them. If you have a boyfriend or you have a talking stage, they break your heart. That's why you don't allow yourself to get that close to them, to boys. Not anyone, actually, for real, for real. And I'm being honest, only person you're supposed to be trusting is God or whatever religion you're in. That's the only person you're supposed to be trusting. Don't trust nobody. Don't put your full trust in nobody. But if you do get heartbroken over a boy, just go about it in a peaceful manner. Allow yourself to heal before getting into another relationship. That's very important. Hurt people hurt people. So if you're allowing yourself to be hurt, don't go and rush into another relationship because then you're just going to hurt the other person. Okay, so next is
grades and focusing on what matters.
This especially, getting bad things on your student record is not good. Like fighting or like any type of assault when you were fighting, none of that is good. I'm speaking from my own personal experience here that I never wanted to fight, but one day she replied to my story because I still followed her on Instagram. So that's one thing. If you know somebody doesn't like you or you're beefing with somebody or you don't like somebody, make sure to unfollow them or block them on Instagram. I didn't think it was that serious because I'm like, it wasn't a big thing in school, for real, until it was, and she replied to my story. Taking advice from me, I've experienced this before, so I'm letting you guys know so you don't make the same mistake that I did. I feel like I didn't really make a mistake there. If that was going to be my first fight, I'm glad that it wasn't like my fault. But the whole point of me saying that was that we got in a fight. I didn't know how to fight. I didn't want to fight her, but she put her hands on me, and I'm always going to hit somebody back. Like, don't touch me. So she got something bad on her record. I don't remember what she said, but it was assault and something else, and it was bad. So make sure you don't get into no fights, period. Just don't. Especially not in 7th grade, because that's when high school is. I'm gonna get into that later. Now we're gonna move on to Q&A.
What's the biggest change going from elementary to middle?
I think the biggest change is, I feel like some people would say the teachers, because you know how teachers in elementary school, they're like, oh, the teachers in middle school are different from us. They're gonna go harder on you guys. You guys are middle schoolers. This is way different from elementary school. But in my opinion, I feel like especially in 6th grade, they babied you. They talk in baby voices. They baby you. Some of the teachers. The other teachers are like either chill or strict and or mean, and just, yeah. I had all of those teachers before. The biggest change from elementary to middle is, in my opinion, I think it's probably like the responsibility, moving on your own. Like, you know how in elementary school they have the classes and you're lined up and your teacher takes you to your next class, but in middle school it's not like that. For me it was, but I know for most schools it's not like that, and it's like a lot of responsibility, and it's like it helps you on being independent. So I feel like there's a big difference, and everything just feels different because it's you in elementary school and then you moving to middle school. It's like you're getting older and this is where you mature and you're going through puberty.
What's the best way to make new friends?
In my opinion, the best way to make new friends is just literally going up to someone being, hi, do you want to be my friend? That's literally it. Is that simple. Hi, do you want to be my friend? Do you want to be friends? That's it. On the first day of school, everybody's new, except for like the 7th and 8th graders, but all the 6th graders, everyone that's in your grade, they're new as well. So they're probably just as shy as you are. So you can always go up to someone and be like, hi, do you want to be friends? Someone did that to me. My first friend in middle school was my friend Lyric, and we're still friends. And yeah, It's really that simple. There's nothing more to say. If you're too shy, let somebody come up to you, but make sure you seem approachable, because if not, nobody gonna come up to you, sis. You're just gonna be lonely and not have no friends. I don't know what to tell you.
How do you deal with bullies or mean kids?
I feel like I did have to deal with that in, like, when I was in elementary school and middle school. Less of elementary school, more of middle school, especially in 7th grade. It was just a lot of stuff going on. Like, it was a lot of drama, and it confused me. I didn't know where anyone's head was at. Like, I'm just like, okay, we're friends, and then the next day nobody likes me, and I'm just like, what did I do? And I swear to y'all, I didn't do nothing. Them girls was just straight up weird. So that's why 8th grade, that's why I moved the way I moved. But the best way to deal with bullies, don't let nobody mess with you. If they messing with you, stick up for yourself in a respectful and mature way, and go about it in a mature and respectful way as well. Tell a trusted adult. Some people will say it's snitching, but it's really not. You're messing with me, and I don't want you to mess with me. And if you want to take it into your own hands, cool. But at first, yes, definitely ignore them, because they're just haters and they just want a reaction out of you. But if it keeps on happening, you're just tired of it, just be like, okay, you're messing with me and I don't know why, but you need to get out of here. You need to shoot your toot, and mess with somebody else, because I'm really not the one. It's like, no, but you get the reference. Say something like that. And after that, go tell a trusted adult, because they just might not stop. And if they do, then that's good for you. But mean kids are just mean kids, and bullies are just bullies. Mean kids are just haters, bullies are just haters, and most bullies only bully you because you have something that they don't, or they have something going on at home and they're jealous, or they're taking their sadness or anger or whatever they got going on at home out on you. They're irrelevant. Don't mind them. They're just haters. I'm trying to tell you. If your mom ever told you that, she was telling you the truth. I swear to you. She might tell you a joke, but she'll never tell you a lie.
Any tips for staying organized with more classes and homework?
First of all, if you get assigned work, then do it in class as soon as it gets assigned to you. And if something happens and you couldn't, then you can go to another class. And if you have finish your work in that class, you can ask the teacher if you can do your work in the other class that you didn't do. And if something happens and you didn't get to do your work in that class, you can also do your work at lunch, because it's free time, instead of talking to your friends and being unfocused, knowing that you have other things to do. And if you don't do your work at lunch, then you can just go home and do it right away. Especially if you have extracurricular activities, do your homework right away. It's a must. It's gonna get hectic and stressful. You gotta get your work done. It's not good to have stack on stack on stack on stack on stack of homework and assignments. It's not good. It's not good for your grades. It's not good for your mental health. It's not good for you emotionally, physically, none of that. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Just be like, hello, I need some help. Can you help me?
What's something you wish you knew before starting middle school?
Honestly, there's not really anything I wish I knew before starting middle school. I feel like my parents taught me enough that I knew before even going into middle school and leading up to that. Only thing is, sometimes I didn't listen, and that's okay, because not listening is also making mistakes, and making mistakes is a part of life, and it's always most likely gonna happen, and you can learn from your mistakes, and it actually makes you stronger. Just be careful.
How important are grades in middle school?
Grades are so important in middle school, especially in the 7th grade, because 7th grade is when you are 1 year away from moving up to high school, and the high schools look at your reports, your PSSAs, your test scores, your star reports, your essays. Like, they look at all of that stuff in 7th grade, because 7th grade is where you're being prepared to move up to high school. So just make sure to take that serious. It's the most serious grade of them all. That's why it's also the least fun, because you might have fun with your friends, but when it comes to 7th grade, you're gonna have the least fun out of 6th and 8th grade, because this is the grade where you're prepping for high school and you're getting your stuff together. So make sure you have all that down pat before you come to school to play and be a class clown. Being a class clown not gonna get you nowhere. So cut it. It's not gonna get you nowhere. You're not funny either. You're corny.
How do you balance schoolwork and extracurricular activities?
I never really had to like balance them. They never clashed. But what I will say is, just get your work done as soon as it's assigned. Get your work done by any means necessary. And once your work is done, then you can move on to your extracurricular activities. To be honest, if you can't multitask between both schoolwork and school in general and extracurricular activities, then you don't need to be doing extracurricular activities. Most like sports teams and stuff and like hobbies, like, well, mostly just sports, in order to stay on a sports team, you have to have good grades and keep your grades up. And if you don't, then you're out the door. You get kicked off the team. So make sure your schoolwork still comes first. Make sure you can balance them both, though. It all comes down to communication. As long as you're communicating, you're going to be good.
What's the best way to handle peer pressure?
Be a leader, not a follower. And if there's something that you don't like, something you don't want to do, somebody's peer pressuring you into doing it, just say no the first time. And if they keep asking, just walk away. That's it. That's all. Just walk away, because you might end up doing something that you might regret later. It might get in your head. Like, just don't let it. Just if you know your answer is no, or any part of your body's telling you no, don't do it. Like, don't do it, Jaya. Don't do it. They telling you to do that. Don't do. I don't want to do it. My body's telling me no. Then don't do it.
Tips for 6th grade.
Somebody asked me, will you survive without snacks in middle school? No. I'm going to be straight up. No, you won't. Especially if you a big back like me. I don't know if it applies to everyone, but most people, it really does. In middle school, make sure you have snacks, because I feel like most people, when they're getting ready for school, they don't eat breakfast before going to school. So while they're waiting for lunch, they're hungry. They didn't eat no breakfast, and breakfast is the most important meal of the day. So you shouldn't skip it. And I know a lot of people do, because school and getting ready, and I know it's a lot. A lot of people skip breakfast, and it's not good. So, including me. So I'd be hungry, and I think that you should definitely bring snacks to school. Maybe like something you could pack in your lunch box, something small to eat for breakfast. And then it really also depends on your lunch schedule, because if your lunch schedule is early, then you don't have to wait for that long for your lunchtime to come. If your lunch schedule is early, then you're going to eat lunch early, and then you're not hungry no more. But then for the rest of the day, you're going to be hungry. You're going to be begging for people's food around the whole school, and nobody likes a beggar. And if I said no, I said no. Most people are going to say no, because I feel like people in middle school are selfish. But shoot, I would be selfish about my food too. I want some food. I bought my own food. You need to start bringing your own food. Why you not bringing your own food, but you steady asking for mine every day? Bring your own food, because you're going to be hungry. Bring snacks. Bring something small for the beginning of the day and the end of the day. And if you eat all your snacks in the beginning of the day and you get hungry at the end of the day, that's too dang bad. That's on you. You need to be more responsible. If you know you was going to be hungry at the end of the day, there was no reason that you should have ate all your snacks at the beginning of the day. If you're in 6th grade, do not date no 8th grader, because if you date an 8th grader, it might not sound bad to you, but as an 8th grader, dating a 6th grader is going to sound bad to everyone else. If you're in 8th grade and your friend is dating a 6th grader that's in 8th grade too, that's going to sound wild and crazy. I know it's only 2 years apart, and I feel like it's normal in high school, but it just sounds crazy. 8th grader dating a 6th grader. And plus, they're going to be leaving next year. So you're not going to know them for long. You're going to break up. You're not going to talk to them. You're not going to see them ever again. So other things are that I feel like I should have said in the beginning, but be confident throughout like the whole year. This is for 6th, 7th, and 8th. Be confident because your confidence is gonna show within you. And if somebody can tell that you're not confident, they're not gonna want to befriend you. They're not gonna want to talk to you. Just show confidence because it's also really attractive. Mind you, there's gonna be friend group changes because in middle school, every 6th grader is new, trying to find some new friends. Maybe some people already know each other because they went to the same elementary school, but most people are still going to be looking for new friends, and they might click with you and be like, oh, do you want to be friends? They're all looking for friends. But at the end of the day, at the end of the year, you might have a different friend group. So don't get all attached to this one friend group or be like, oh, what happened to this friend group? Because nothing happened. You guys might have just grew apart. I don't talk to nobody in my school. I'm not associated with them. I talk to them in school. I'm cool with everybody. I feel like everybody's cool with me because I go to a multicultural school. And I feel like there's not that many black people that was in my middle school. So I feel like they all kind of like worshiped me. Like, not on no weird ego stuff, but like they liked me. And I feel like they liked me more because, I talked to them, but I wasn't close to them. I feel like when I get too close to people, they like run away. I don't know. Don't be that mean kid. Don't be that bully. Don't be that person that starts rumors because it's not going to look good for you and you wouldn't want anyone starting a rumor about you. So just don't be in middle school starting rumors because, if you don't want anyone starting a rumor about you, then don't start a rumor about them. Don't do anything that you wouldn't want anyone to do to you. It's the same thing as don't be mean to people or treat people like this if you don't want them to treat you like that. You don't have to be friends with everybody. That's not what you're here for. And you're not here to kiss nobody's ass either, so don't even try it. Like, don't be a follower. Don't try to chase any popularity because it's not good to, in general. Like, if you're popular, then you're popular, but don't be trying to chase no popularity. Basically, just don't act out and do something that you wouldn't usually do just to get that popular look or get people to think of you differently. Just be yourself, be authentic. People will like you for who you are, and if they don't need to be around you. That's it. I'd rather stay to myself. You can learn to be a loner. You don't have to, when you're alone, you don't have to feel lonely. You can learn and teach yourself to be at peace when you're alone. Me personally, I like being alone. I like being in my own little bubble.
Building relationships.
Build relationships with teachers, deans, staffs, especially deans and teachers, because if you get in trouble and you get sent down to the dean's office, the counselor's office, they will most likely, depending on what relationship you have with them, how close you are, how tight you guys' bond is, how much you talk to them, build a relationship with them, that really helps when you're like in trouble or something went down. They're gonna let you slide. Not all the time. That's why you need to not get in trouble all the time, but it is a really good help if you do get in trouble and you're close with like all of the teachers. Just don't do bad things all the time and expect to like not get written up or let the deans or the staff is just gonna let it slide every time. It's not. So don't get to cutting up, but that really helps, especially with the teachers. If you missing an assignment, you're like, can I make it up? Some teachers might say no. The chill teachers, you close with them. Even the mean teachers, you got to know them. So they're like, okay, I'll let you slide or I'll give you more time. But usually they wouldn't give other kids time because they're not close to them. So that's definitely an advantage that you should take advantage of. 6th grade is also the grade where you and others your age will be going through puberty and stuff. So there's gonna be a lot of raised emotions and feelings. So you have to be aware of that. Just steer clear of that. And when tough situations happen, make sure to just stay mature about them because you never know what somebody's going through at home. They're going through puberty just like you. They could be PMSing, so just steer clear of that.
And for 7th grade,
this is the grade that you really want to take seriously because, like I said before, this is the grade that high school start looking at your stuff to like analyze. Anything you think they don't look at, they look at. So don't cheat nothing. I feel like they don't really appreciate you as much because you've already been in the school for 1 year, so they're not really showing you what it's like anymore. You're not in 8th grade either. You still have another year with this school that you're in, so they're not gonna like do stuff for you. They're leaving, so I want to congratulate them. You're not leaving. You're staying in here for another year. You've already been in here for a year, so there's no celebrating you. You might have like a fun day for the end of the year, but that's really it. There's not really anything going on. It's really boring. It's gonna stress you out the most. For me, 7th grade was the worst year of my life. Not just because it was like boring or because we're the least appreciated grade in throughout 6th and 8th. It was the girls, the drama, my feelings. I feel like they were not considered, and it was just a lot. It was a lot. I can't even explain all of that in this video. But it was horrible. I would never want to go back. Never.
8th grade
is your last year in middle school, so don't take anything for granted. I feel like in 8th grade I took a lot of things for granted, and I won't say I regret it. Don't take 8th grade for granted, because that's your last year in middle school and you're going to be doing a lot of fun things. And don't be like, oh, I don't want to come to school or any of that, because you might think that you're not gonna miss it because like, oh, I just hate this school, I just don't want to go to school, I don't like school in general. Even if any of that is the case, at the end of the day, when the school year is over and you realize you're never going back to 8th grade, you're gonna miss it and you just might regret it. So I'm letting you know now, don't take advantage of anything happening in 8th grade, because that's gonna be the last time you see a lot of people and the last time you're in 8th grade. You can only look forward to the future. You have the most fun in 8th because you're moving to high school. So that's one thing. You have a lot of things planned for you. A lot. But this is where you also start maturing the most. You gain more friends or lose a lot of friends. But I feel like the lesson here is, first of all, a friend to all is a friend to none. So by the end of the year at 8th grade, you're probably not going to have no friends. All the friends that you had in 6th or 7th grade probably going to be gone. They might not be gone, but you don't talk to them as much as you did, because you're in 8th grade now. You're maturing. And yeah, you're realizing a lot of things. Alright everyone, that's it for the rest of my tips plus advice for middle schoolers as an upcoming freshman. And I hope you guys enjoyed these tips and advice as much as I did. Enjoy giving them out to you guys, so you guys don't make the mistakes that I may have. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you get notified every time I upload. And I'll see you guys next time. I love y'all. High volume. Am I really that?